Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. Sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options. We look forward to holding great conversations with you as experienced strategy experts and facilitators share deep corporate insights on business strategy with you. See you in our next session.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244-268672. That's 0244-268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.
Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. Sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options. We look forward to holding great conversations with you as experienced strategy experts and facilitators share deep corporate insights on business strategy with you. See you in our next session.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244-268672. That's 0244-268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.
Hello, a very good evening to you all and thank you for making time to join our session today. Today's session is focused on giving you as much information as possible on how to become a certified strategy professional. How to become a certified strategy professional. This is our eighth cohort number eight. What it means is that we have run 7 successful sessions, and various managers and executives have come through the professional strategy program with us. And a big thank you to those of you who listen to us on Joy FM in course of the week. You also listen to us on City FM, and we invited you to join our information session today, just so that you have enough information, interact with us, and have the option, of course, to make your own choice whether this is a right program for you or not. We very much appreciate your time with us. This conversation is going to last under an hour. We should be out of here just before 6 p.m. If you have any issues, any questions to ask us, kindly do send us your questions via WhatsApp. The number is 0244 268672. That number again is 0244 268672. We prefer you send your questions via this WhatsApp, because then we are able to get back to you in the event that all of your questions are not answered before our time runs out. So rather than use the chat console, kindly do use this medium. And then you would also, once you use that medium, you would also have opportunity to receive every information I'll be relaying to you through this evening's engagement. My name is Jeff. Dr. Jeff Bassey is my name, and I'm a coordinator at the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. So in the next few minutes, we are going to learn all there is to know on becoming a strategy professional. Very well. So let's jump right into the session. The Certified Strategy Professional, which is a 10-week program. Physical class runs at the ILS Executive Center, East Legon, right here in Accra, Ghana. So who are we? The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is an executive development institute. And just as our name connotes, our key areas of focus are leadership and strategy. Leadership and strategy. And by that, we focus on four aspects of the work we do. The first one is our flagship course called the Executive Leadership Program. The Executive Leadership Program that is targeted at managers and executives. You know, managements are different layers. You can be a junior manager, a senior manager, or a C-suite. That is the executive level. Either of the three, you qualify to take any of our programs. And that also means that if you are not in a management role or you are a professional in an area, you may not take any program with the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. We don't do fresh graduate and I am doing my national service, etc. You may not understand the content we teach here. And so you clearly must be in a managerial role. Otherwise, you are a professional in one area or another to qualify to take any program with us. So our very first flagship course we roll out here is the Executive Leadership Program. The second one, which is the reason we are meeting today, is the Strategy Professional Program, the Certified Strategy Program. Again, you must either be a manager or a professional in an area. Your background really doesn't matter, whether you are coming from marketing, HR, finance, operations, risk, banking, procurement, law. We've had a lot of military officers come through this program. Will not matter, but you simply must be at a bit of a higher level and not just the rank and file. Beyond these two flagship programs that we host, we also run series of in-house leadership trainings and strategy sessions for quite a number of organizations. In total, we have covered 242 organizations, most of them in Ghana. A couple of the companies are outside of Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, the UK. Otherwise, a lot of our clients are right here in this country, Ghana. Leadership trainings, strategy sessions. We coordinate corporate governance trainings for quite a number of boards. My next slide or two will take you through some of the organizations that have engaged us or sponsored their managers to our programs. Then the final one is our consulting services. So we develop strategic plans for quite a number of organizations. We just delivered that of the Bank Hospital's 5-year strategic plan to them. That is Bank of Ghana's hospital that is now commercialized or independent of the bank. We've done same for DefTraco, for Cape May, a couple of the banks, a number of the rural banks across the country. We have developed their strategic plans for them. But even beyond developing the plan, we also lead the facilitation of strategy sessions that helps organizations by themselves to come out with their strategic plans. I mean, recently we did that of the Prudential Life Insurance, the management team, and then also KEK Insurance, etc. And then we also develop balanced scorecard performance management systems for quite a number of organizations. We've done so for Casa Preco, we've done so for Kempinski Hotel, etc. And finally, we develop corporate governance protocol for a number of organizations. So in a snapshot, this is who we are as the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. Now, let me get straight into why we are here. And so just as I mentioned to you, on your screen are a number of firms that we have consulted for or did some training or another for. On that list are, Tallow Oil, Coca-Cola, MTN, USAID. Unfortunately, the organization is closed down, and we were consultants in charge of the closure when the American embassy wanted to close down. The USAID has a directive from the central government in the US of A. We've worked for quite a number of firms, as you can see: Menzies Hotel, Marriott Hotel, Casa Precon, Absa Bank, etc. Good. So why are we here? We are here to go through the certified strategy professional information to help you make a decision. Just by way of those of you who want to know our facility, at least that's the external view. We are located right on the Lagos Avenue, what we know as the Menzies Hotel stretch of East Legon. There are a number of banks on that stretch. We are right behind the GT Bank, Guaranteed Trust Bank. You will see our executive training center. This is how some of our sessions look like, as you can see on your screen right now. Okay. So the Certified Strategy Professional, known as the CSP, is a certification for professionals who demonstrate knowledge, skills, and competences in strategy as required by the body of knowledge, that is the awarding certification body. And so you go through a rigor of a 10-week training that will position you to achieve two things. One, to develop skills and seal off your confidence in strategy, whether at the corporate level or the business unit level or the functional level. And then number two, to also be able to write and pass a certification exam. So we are not only interested in you passing an exam, but also to seal off your confidence. I'm always very quick, just as I did on Joy and CTFM in course of the week, to share with my audience that McKinsey Consulting Group this research was done by Boston Consulting Group. Boston Consulting Group conducted a research into the 3 layers of management and how much they understand strategy. The layer 1, which is the lowest layer of management, are the line managers, branch managers, etc. These people who are that level in the organization, as many as 72%, as much as 72% of them might be managers, all right, but they don't quite understand or have confidence in strategy. And we see this when we coordinate strategy sessions for organizations. Some of these managers get invited into the sessions, but they almost are unable to contribute meaningfully to the conversation in the session. Then the mid-level managers, that's senior managers, they manage managers. Line managers manage people and activities, but senior managers. So in a typical bank, for instance, a branch manager will be considered a layer 1 or level 1 manager, but an area manager, a regional manager, who oversees the work of a number of these branch managers. So we can put together between 10 and 15 branches, depending on the cosmopolitan nature of the environment, and commit to one senior manager to oversee, all right? These people also, you have, some 48 or so % of them not quite understanding strategy. The shocker is those who have risen to the C-suite executive level. There is a C-suite chief position, chief this, chief finance officer, chief marketing officer. Even this number, some 28% of them, that's a near 30% of them, don't quite have their confidence sealed in business strategy. And for us, the idea is that within these 10 weeks, you would have gone through quite a rigorous training that will seal off your confidence in strategy. So the key modules we walk you through are these. And I normally say that to rise to a policy-making position in an organization, to shape the vision of a company and to lead execution, you must have been thinking at a strategic level. Knowledge and strategy becomes imperative in order to rise to these roles. So for most of you who are probably line managers and senior managers who are craving to get to the C-suite, one of the most powerful tools you can use is to demonstrate effective understanding of the strategy in the organization. So module number 1 that we take you through is what we call understanding the environment of strategy. So we focus on what we call organizational strategy and leadership. How does strategy even interact? What do we mean when we talk about the company having to make a choice of strategic direction at the corporate level? How does that cascade down to the business unit strategies that we develop that must align to the corporate level? And how does that inform functional strategy, whether it's a financial strategy or marketing strategy or operation strategy or HR strategy or procurement strategy? It must be encapsulated within the larger spectrum of the strategy direction of the organization. So I normally say that when it comes to strategy development, the watchword, the key words are what I choose to call synchronicity and congruency. There must be absolute coherence between the corporate level, the business level, and the functional level. And so for most of you who are operating at the functional level, you got to make sure that your strategy is not in silos, is not in, it must be analogous to the direction. Then number 2 is what we call strategic planning. Too many people play with the word, but really do not understand what goes into strategic planning, And so in formulating a strategy, you have to relate the organization to its environment. So right from conducting the environmental scanning, after understanding who you are as a company, your mission, your vision, your values, you conduct your SWOT analysis. We also have to do our PESTEL, trying to understand the political, the economic, the socio-cultural, the technological, the environmental, and the legal aspects of the organization. No organization will outgrow the larger macroeconomic indicators of the environment or the organization you find yourself. I remember how we have to lead Casapreco, for instance, in 2003 to more or less like change the strategic focus of the organization because of the FX, the exchange rate. So the strategy was developed within a certain remit, but when the FX was changing, if we didn't resituate the entire strategic direction, we're going to run the organization into chaos. And so sometimes when people say, in this VUCA business world, do we still need strategy? Well, that is probably because you don't understand strategy. Strategies are not static plans. They are not to-do lists that you go and do. They are emergent, they are fluid, they must evolve to align with the environment they find themselves. So I always say that when the rate of change on the outside exceeds the rate of change on the inside, the end to that establishment is in sight. So every now and then we review the strategy to align its environment and how to outcompete competitors. Then you go through strategy formulation. That is where the real work is. At a strategy formulation, after understanding what the organization is and its environment, then we have to come out with goal setting. We normally want to leave goals at the corporate level. Then functions will develop various objectives to pursue those goals. But however, we also have to make choices in the strategic initiatives the organization will take in order to deliver those. When it comes to strategy, it is about the ability to make choices situated within the financial capability of the organization, the people available, how much time is required to achieve that. So we come out with strategy evaluations, we come out with strategy alternatives. Then we do an evaluation of each of the strategic choices from the financial perspective. I'm talking about the cost-benefit analysis, the return on investment, from the brand image on the organization, from the perspective of time required. It is only out of that we make strategic decisions that must be anchored within stakeholder expectations of the organization. All of those detailed works are done under the thematic area we call the strategy formulation. Then we have competitive and growth strategies. I mean, we have very experienced, strategy instructors. One of my slides will take you through the instructors. And one of our most trusted hands, Director of Strategy for Absa Bank Ghana, Adolf Bergan, is the one that delivers this particular lecture, competitive and growth, strategies. Then we have leading and managing change. Change management, I always say, is a leadership and strategy agenda. Because the strategy is not a static plan, it must be reviewed frequently to commensurate with the external environment. You must be able to understand how to lead change. And again, a very experienced hand that have led major change initiatives and transformations in quite a number of organizations, particularly in Ghana here, is the one that delivers our module number 5, leading and managing change. Module number 6 is on managing strategic projects. Once it's a strategy, you are going to come up with various strategic initiatives. Even when you do your SWOT analysis and you come up with your opportunities and threats, we conduct what we call the external factor evaluation, EFE metrics. And that tells us whether the organization should be diverting a lot of its budget or investment into addressing those threats, or rather taking advantage of its opportunities. And when you make those decisions, various facets of projects got to be managed in course of driving the 3, 5-year or 10-year strategy, etc. The horizon of strategy plan is actually changing. We used to run 20-year strategy plans that trickled down, or that came down to 10-year. Today, many companies would rather run 3 to 5-year strategy plan because of how fast the environment is changing. But anytime I get confronted on what is the most appropriate number of years to develop a strategy for a company, I will normally say it is very much dependent on the industry. If you are in the service industry, 3-5 years is still the main deal. But when you are into oil and gas, like Tullow Oil, I have been a consultant to Tullow Oil Ghana, where this company, Tullow Oil, came to Ghana with $12 billion. You don't bury $12 billion into the soil and develop a 3-year plan to recoup that kind of money, especially when they had done a lot of capital expenditure. I mean, investing in machines that will serve the company spanning 15 years or more. Yes, they are still allowed to develop long-term goals to align onshore and upstream strategies so the investors can demonstrate return on their investments. Module number 7, forgive me, is on business and financial analysis. And that is where we share all the metrics with you. Somehow, we have come to realize that people who don't have financial background, anytime they hear anything financial analysis, they start running away. No, we know this is not a financial program. This is not a course for accountants. This is a strategy program. So you're only taking through the basic issues as to how to measure whether the organization is doing well or not. So we take you through understanding various financial metrics, the profit and loss account of the organization, the balance scorecard that helps you to measure from different perspectives whether the organization is doing well or not. Then we have module number 8 on strategy, execution, and control. Strategy, execution, and control. Now, I have watched with interest how some companies commit to the rigorous process of strategy formulation or development of strategy. And according to McKinsey company, that's the consulting group's research, just 48.6, or let me say 48.6 of all companies that go through this rigor of developing strategy plan don't even have the strategy seeing the light of day. And so we have become very tough on strategy execution, from developing the implementation plan to creating the alignment, to aligning people and culture, to ensuring that you can do control. There are a lot of external things that are going to shock the strategy. I mean, Ghana went through DDEP under the previous government. We've had COVID. There were, foreign exchange rate throwing out of gear, general economic issues and all of that. When those things, and sometimes even competition, at the time you were developing the strategy, you didn't quite envisage some major changes, especially new entrants, etc. When those shocks begin to come, how do you control the strategy, manage the risk, and guide organization to navigate these challenges so that your strategy can see the light of day? Would there be a variation between what we said we're going to do and what we actually do? Yes, but we allow only minimum variation if the strategy itself is developed properly. So strategy, execution, and control is a key module with us. Module number 9 is quite a very special module. It's not a module we teach you. It's a module where, depending on the industry you are coming from, you are put into various groups. So all those from the financial sector will be in one group. Those from the public sector will be in another group. Those from the telcos will be in a group. Every industry represented in the class, where we give you real life cases, and then you go and work on and come and do presentations in the class as to your strategic plan. In other words, you would then have opportunity to put everything you would have been learning together into a strategy formulation and present to a panel, a 3-member panel that will run commentaries that will tell you, listen, when you were doing your presentation, you showed us this as the capability of the organization. You work your SWOT analysis. You have weaknesses there. Why are you setting this goal and developing objectives to pursue them? You had this threat, and there's no strategic initiative in your strategy plan that will address them. By the time the panelists would have finished dealing with the issues, we would all have had very formidable knowledge on how to be a part of key strategy sessions and to come out with strategy plans. So module number 9, you are the one that will do the presentations, and through the corrections we do, we create that collective learning experience for all of us. And then module number 10 is what we call strategy assessment. Strategy assessment. That is where we want to be sure that you are living with a skill that knowledge you will forget tomorrow. So you go through some form of exercise to demonstrate to us that you have acquired the skills. In course of these 10 ways, nearly every framework or tool you know in strategy will be used, and we will probably understand them. Most of us have studied some facets of these things in MBA classes, but we probably don't know how to use them in making proper decisions, from the pestle analysis to Michael Porter's 5 forces of competition, to the generic, Michael Porter's generic strategy options, from the differentiations to cost leadership, to focused strategy. Then we look at the blue ocean, the red ocean. You go through McKinsey's 7S and how to apply them in developing a strategy. GE's 9-box metrics and soft metrics, nearly all the tools used in strategic management and decision making are shared with you in course of the 10. By the time you are through with the 10 ways, you will then earn an internal executive certificate in strategy. If I say internal, we deliver that strategy, that certificate to you, executive certificate in strategy. However, if you want to be a certified strategy professional, you have to sit for and pass the international or the global certification exam in order to be certified. The certification body is located in the US of A, and we run conference once every year. So probably those of you who are interested in attending the strategy conference in the US is once every year. When you come in, all those arrangements are made with you. But you can sit right here in Ghana or any country and write the global certification exam, except that the certification body is located in the United States of America. Right. So you finish the 10 modules, you earn an internal executive certificate in strategy, but to earn the global certification, global certified strategy professional CSP, you need to sit for the international examination in order to do that. Right. Now, why seek to become a CSP? Why must you seek to become a certified strategy professional? Number one, certification tells everyone, not just your employer, your employers and everyone else, that you have the required knowledge and skills in business strategy. Some of you indeed might have bits and pieces of knowledge in strategy, but who is a third party that is saying that you truly know these things? Somebody must have been certifying you. And so it gives you some level of credibility and recognition. And then also it's an improved, it gives you improved marketability. Whilst on Joy FM on Wednesday, the interviewer, Winston Amwa, asked me, why should anybody seek to certify? And I'm like, no matter how important something is, the moment it becomes common, its significance is lost. Are you going to talk about MBAs or first degrees? Everybody holds one these days. What is it that separates you from the other manager? Why we must consider you for that C-suite roles? And so we say that this certification also prepares you for C-suite executive roles. There are some of you who are already in C-suite, but you still want to come and refresh your mind and build your confidence or seal of your confidence. Our cohort number 7, which is just about to end, have chief directors of 3 ministries, or let me say 2 ministries plus the presidency. The chief director of the presidency is in the current class. We have had CEOs of DevTraco, of SynLab, a number of CEOs. The Registrar General of Ghana, Registrar of Companies, have been with us. Chief finance officers of Bank of Ghana, of Jospon, Zoom Lion, the rest. All these big guys who are already in C-suite had actually come through this program with us already. Of course, that should also increase your remuneration to some extent. But those of you who, want to become independent consultants, you want to go into management or strategy consulting, this is also a platform that will scale you a lot and build your confidence in becoming a consultant. All right. Now, who qualifies? Eligibility is really not about academic certificates, though the minimum academic certificate you require is a first degree. Minimum, if you don't have any qualification, first degree you must have at least, but that is not our focus. Our focus is you must either be in a management position, and it doesn't matter whether you are a lower level manager, like a branch manager, line manager, senior manager, or executive manager, or you are a professional. You may not be in a management role, but you are a chartered accountant, you are a marketer, you are, we've had a couple of medical doctors, Dr. Bright Yeboah of SynLab was with us, a number of military, senior military officers. I don't know what to motivate them to always be taking this corporate strategy program, but we had a number of senior military officers who had come through. Otherwise, whether your background is in finance, HR, sales, marketing, operations, banking, risk, credit, procurement, an NGO, public sector, IT professional. Some of you are actually entrepreneurs. That means you are the CEO of your company. Yes, you are a manager at a high level, and so you are also qualified to come through this program. What is the course structure? Quickly before we sign off, the course structure is such that you're going to go through 10 weeks of instructor-led sessions. They normally come in the form of master classes, 10-week instructor-led sessions with case studies. You have two options. You are either taking the Saturday in person. Saturday in person runs at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a full 1 hour lunch break in between. Full hour lunch break in between, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday physical. And that happens at the ILS Executive Training Institute or Training Center located at East Legon, Accra. Otherwise, you are taking the virtual option, which runs on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Sundays, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The platform we use is Google Meet. Google Meet. Now, the beautiful thing is that you have the liberty to switch between the two options. So you don't have to say, I am a physical person. Every weekend is Saturday, I go to class. Or I'm a virtual person every Sunday. You can stick to one of the two. You can also switch between the two options. Every weekend, whichever suits your schedule for the weekend, you sign up for. Especially because whatever happens in the Saturday physical, same instructor, same topical areas, same examples if possible, same content is what is taught again on Sunday online. So you don't, whilst you are filling out the form, you don't indicate physical or online. Every weekend you walk into which of the two suit your schedule. Knowing that we are dealing with very busy professionals and managers, we give you these two options and you can alternate. There's even a third option which we don't advise though. In the unlikely event you miss Saturday physical and miss Sunday online, you still have the liberty to listen to the recordings. Every Sunday lecture online is recorded so that in course of the week, you can listen to the recording and update yourself or be on the same wavelength, the same page with the class before you report for the ensuing or the following class. So these are the two, or would I say three options you have every week before you to go through the course. But all of this within 10 weekends, you are ready, you have confidence in strategy, but you are also at the same time prepared to sit for the professional examination in strategy. At this point, if you have any question, don't sign off yet. I'm here to introduce our instructors to you, etc., and how to register for the next cohort, which is our cohort number 8. But at this point, if you have any questions, kindly don't hesitate to send your questions to 0244 268672. Administrators, once the questions come to that WhatsApp line, just share with me so I can provide answers to our August participants or listeners. 0244 268672. Now, what does the certification exam entail? How do you pass your exam? Exam is conducted every day, January 1 through December 31. Every day throughout the year. So you can take your exam any day, any time. It's an online-based exam. Pass mark is 60%. 60 questions correct out of 100 because the questions are 100 questions. And once you get 60%, and this kind of exam, the moment you finish your work and you send your work, once you press send, highest 4 minutes, the result will be displayed in front of you. So you actually get up from your laptop or whatever system you are using to write the exam, knowing whether you had passed or not. And in a matter of hours or weeks, your certificate is mailed down, and you have the e-copy immediately, which you can print out. But if you request the hard copy, it's also shared with you. The examination fee is $350 USD, 350 United States dollars. By paying this, you become a member of the International Association of Strategy Professionals, but then you can also be a part of the local body, which is the Strategy Professionals Ghana. You can be a part of us. And let me say that for some time now, we've been running without the local association in Ghana. We'll be launching that local association on the 12th of December. December 12th is happening at Marriott Hotel, at 4 p.m. If you are interested in participating, you need to contact us so we can give you accreditation to be a part of the launch of the strategy professionals Ghana, December 12th, 4 p.m. at Marriott Hotel. We are launching that. Quite a number of our past students or past trainees have already signed up or registered for that launch happening in December. Right. Certification exam, the professional bodies exam questions are competency-based and covers all aspects of organizational strategy. It's a 2-hour online-based exam, 100 multiple choice questions, competency-based, and then the exam checks for success in every area of strategy. Once you sign up, we take our time to take you through what it takes to write the exam. Let me say that it's not everybody who is interested in writing the exam. There are people who come and tell you, listen, I just want to understand strategy and see off my confidence. So you earn the internal executive certificate in strategy and you go your way. For those of you who are interested in writing the exam, we'll take our time and walk you through examination hall conditions and how to prepare you to write the exam. We'll give you sample questions, etc., so you have your confidence before writing the exam. Now, how do you enroll with us? Our cohort number 8 takes off November 15. Registration is ongoing. Some people ask, when is your closing date? Well, we don't run with closing dates. We run with class sizes. We don't take more than 80 trainees at a time. So 80, and the 80 are not going to be all put together 80. Remember, there is virtual option, there is online. Even in the in-person, there are a lot of breakaway sessions. But 80 is our ceiling. And anytime the number is due, we cut admission. So we don't deal with closing dates. We rather deal with, do we have our number once? And nearly every cohort, maybe because of Joy FM and City FM, who have been very helpful in enrolling this, carrying this information, we always get oversubscribed, and we have to get the spillover, waiting for the following cohort. All right. So registration fee is 250 Ghana cedis. Once you contact us on our hotline 0244-268672, you are taken through how to pay. You are either paying by mobile money or by EcoBank. The account details will all be shared with you. Once you pay your 250 cedis, a code will be shared with you to help you go online to register, and then we'll process your registration, give you an admission notice or letter. Then you are good to take off with us. The program fee itself, the course fee, is 12,800 Ghana cedis. Did I hear somebody say, 12,800 Ghana cedis? Without any disrespect to you, my strategy course with Harvard, $17,000. $17,000. 12,800 Ghana cedis is $1,000. It's a lot of money, I agree, but trust me, you carry 3 times this money to go and buy iPhone 17 or 2 times this to go and buy a Samsung latest and what have you. So paying 12,800, which is tantamount to or equal to $1,000, really, it's a good investment. Even at that, we allow you to pay the fee in 3 installments. You pay 4,800 cedis at the inception, at the beginning. That's 4,800 to start, 4,800 cedis at the middle of the program, and the final 4,800 at the beginning, 4,000 in the middle, and 4,000 at the end. Those of you who want to pay all at a go, why not? We are happy. Mostly you have the company-sponsored people pay all at a go, but many of the class that are individuals, we either want to pay in 3 or 2 installments. Your tuition fee covers nearly everything. There's no hidden fee. You don't buy books. You don't pay any other thing. Tuition, it covers your tuition, all of your materials, sample questions, past questions for those of you who want to write the certification exam, and then also your lunch for those of you who come in person. Some of you remain online, and you'll be like, what about you, your lunch? Well, we are still looking for the technology to send you lunch via WhatsApp. Maybe we'll soon start WhatsApping your lunch to you. So lunch is for only those who come in person. And let me say, those of you who intend to take it online, it's as effective as the in person. The director of ports, Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, sitting in Takra, they have to take it online throughout. He didn't have to visit Accra. And we indeed have participants in many countries, especially African countries, Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria. We've had a couple of persons from Germany. We've had one person from the US so far. We've had some 2 persons who had enrolled from China, etc. But and they all took it online. You can study in Ghana, go write the examination in Canada, and go practice in maybe Russia or Ukraine or something. All right. Nobody wants to go to Russia or Ukraine at this point. Okay. All right. So that is it. And of course, it also includes your internal executive certificate. The next cohort, which is cohort number 6, starts on Saturday, 15th November. For those of you who are on day 1, will be coming for the in-person. If you are taking the online for your first module, then you are starting on Sunday, November 16th. So in-person people start 15th November, online starts 16th. Somebody say, but can we finish before the year runs out? No. You are going to go through 6 modules. We'll give you a break by the 3rd week of December. And then after Christmas and New Year celebration, we come back to do the final 4 modules, and then you call it. At least let this be your achievement for 2025, as in your personal professional development for 2025. Okay, so once again, that is our facility. We are located at East Legon, Accra, Ghana. Somebody visited us, a man and a wife actually, I think they are from Guinea Conakry, came to our office. He said they came to Accra and they go online everywhere they see Institute of Leadership and Strategy. So they decided to visit, to check us out online. Go to Google location. Once you go to Google, you key in Institute of Leadership and Strategy, it will bring you directly to our premises. So they came to visit and to discuss how to fly some of the managers of the company they work for in Guinea Conakry down to Ghana for this strategy training. All right, so that is how some of our inner lecture rooms look like. So here we have our instructors. Some of them are main instructors, as in they are lecturers or facilitators in the institutes. Others are visiting, somebody like Mr. Kwekwawachi. So on the first is Kwekwawachi. Kwekwawachi is the immediate past CEO for Tallow Oil. Prior to that, he has headed strategy unit for Anglo-Good Ashanti for several years, currently chairing the board of United Bank for Africa, UBA, and then multimedia board. He's a visiting resource person to our strategy classes. Then you have Wing Commander Samuel Alote. Samuel Alote have been a C-suite executive with Stanbic Bank for several years. Currently is a senior lecturer with GIMPA, and then also chairs the board of Zoom Lion. Then we have Grace Awachi, the Chief Finance Officer, Bank of Ghana's hospital, or the bank hospital. Myself, I'm also hanging in there, Jeff Basse. Then we have Mr. Adolf Pega. Adolf Pega is the Director of Operations and Strategy for Absa Bank Ghana, delivers on our platform. Then we have Samir Segla, who is a key strategy and leadership expert, serves as consultant to many institutions, including Ghana Commercial Bank, and then also a senior lecturer with Ghana Technology University. Then you have Ebo Richardson. Ebo Richardson teaches with NIPS, Noble Institute, Noble International Business School. He's now at NIPS University on adjunct basis. Ebo was a senior executive with Absa Bank. He actually led the transformation of Barclays into Absa. He was the chairman of the project committee that moved that major change initiative. And then we have Mr. Michael Abiu. Michael Abiu is the current president of Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana. He sits on the Telecel board and then also CEO for MGA Consulting. There are a few others like Dr. Patrick Fishen, Patrick Fishen was the chief strategist for EcoBank Africa for several years and then became CEO for Sovereign Bank, etc. We still are bringing in a few more corporate chiefs and strategy executives to join. That is how come you don't see his picture as part of the group in here. Right, so there we have it. If you have any questions, just WhatsApp. I will answer a few questions that have been sent through by some of your colleagues, and then we quickly move on. So this is coming from Ellen in T. Say, I've not yet written the exam. How do I be part of the launch? Well, you don't really need to write and pass an exam to be part of the association. That is the Strategy Professionals Ghana. There are going to be two membership status. You are either a full member, that means you have written and passed an exam, or you are an affiliate member. So you are a manager out there who is interested in strategy or a strategy practitioner. You are still a member, except that your status is affiliate until such time when you certify. So Ellen, you still can be a part of our launch. You only have to register in advance, so we make provisions for you before you can be admitted into the launch happening on December 12th, Marriott Hotel. Then another question, say, I am reading Strategy Maps by Robert Kaplan. Is that any help for this class? And can you recommend other literature? So, Maza, you haven't even enrolled for the program. We should be recommending literature for you. When you come in, we'll recommend the literature for you, okay? A lot of it, Michael Porter of Harvard Business School have done a lot of work on strategy. As for Kaplan, David Kaplan and Robert Norton, they are mostly known for the fact that they propounded the balanced scorecard to the world. It's a good material. You can read it, but of course you can also read Competitive Strategy by what's the name? Michael Porter, and a few other books on executing and developing and executing strategy. But when you come in, you will get to know a lot of these materials that we use. But apart from the books that have been authored, we also give you the strategy body of knowledge, which covers every aspect of strategy to help you pass your certification exam if you are interested in writing, but also to give you standard practice in your strategy. All right. All right, so yes, our technical man says he wants to show some of the questions on the screen. Go ahead and show those questions. Let me respond to them quickly. We promise doing this within 1 hour. So it's 5:53. I have less than 7 minutes to close the session. And as Amma writes, please, does the program fee cover the online exam? No, it doesn't cover. Just as any professional course out there, ACCA for chartered accountants, CIM for chartered marketers, you pay tuition fee, which will take you through the program, your materials and everything. Whenever you are ready to write the exam, you pay your examination fee of $350. I'm a chartered accountant with ACCA as well. And most of you who are chartered, you know exactly what we are talking about, all right? But really, this course is not just really about passing a certification exam. It's about having your confidence as a strategy expert. But if you decide to write the exam, $350. When can you pay? Anytime you are ready to write the exam after the 10-week of training. All right. Next question, technical assistance. Adamu Asimewu says, how can you get your certificate? As soon as you finish, we deliver your executive certificate in strategy to you. On writing the international exam and passing, your e-certificate is delivered immediately once you pass. And your hard copy certificate, we have to apply for it. We want hard copy. Normally in 2 weeks, it will arrive in Ghana for you. But really, when it comes to this professional certificate, it's not the paper certificate that matters. So the moment you pass, they enter your name onto the website as to certified professionals. If you go to any employer and tell them that you are a certified strategist and he doubts you, he goes to the profile of certified persons online, and then your name is there. So really, it's not about a certificate. So we hardly get people say they want hard copy certificate. The soft copy certificate is what you need, and if you want to print it out, you can equally print it out. But the most important is your name is now entered into the Certified Strategy Professionals Global. And that is what is most important, if you may. What it means is that you can be accepted by any multinational in any country to do strategy work for them or to be in a strategy role. All right, good. Next question. Gifty Ayana. Can you let me have the question again, please? Gifty Ayana writes, can those who will join in virtually have a discount in place of the lunch? Absolutely no, Gifty. Forgive me, we are sorry. The reason is this. We don't have online students, online trainees and in person. Every time you have the liberty to come to any. So if I say you are online and I give you discount and in 3 weeks time you want to come in person, what do we do? Because we give you the room to switch between the two options, we don't provide discount for anybody online. Assuming we're doing only online, then we say you can have discount, but you switch between the two options. So there's no discount. The only good thing is that you have the liberty to pay the fee in installment. Next question, please. Anis writes, can you pay the 12,000 and the 350 USD all at once? Oh, why not? The 12,000 comes to us as the certification provider in Ghana, as in we provide the tuition. The 350 then goes to the professional body anytime you are ready to write the exam. But many of you are really thinking about certification exam at this point. No, just think about your standard knowledge and strategy for now. When we get to the end of the program, we can start having conversation on you writing the certification exam. But the answer is yes. Next question, please. The answer is yes. You can pay the two. Indeed, we've had a few people who paid. They say, I don't want to spend the money, so you have it, whatever. Okay, that's fine. Next question. I imagine the questions are exhausted. Ladies and gentlemen, we are grateful for your time with us. Looking forward to having you register. Just go to 0244, call us or send us a quick WhatsApp, 0244 268672. Let's go, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you play the videos, please? All right. Thank you all and do have a great weekend. We wish you well and looking forward to having you in our next cohort starting November 15. Registration is ongoing, so do well to register. Thank you.
Are you planning on moving your career to a strategic and policy-making position, or perhaps to the C-suite executive level? If that is the case, then you need to start thinking from a strategic perspective. For you to influence the policy of an organization, to shape the vision and align culture of an organization, a strategic mindset is imperative. Welcome to the Institute of Leadership and Strategy and to our executive certification in strategy. This course will tremendously increase your value, impact, and managerial career and prepare you for senior leadership roles. For 10 weeks, you will interact with captains of industry and key strategy experts to develop skills to lead organizations, to deliver on strategy, and to achieve exponential growth. You will understand strategy at the corporate, business, and functional levels and acquire skills in strategic planning, strategy formulation, and strategy execution. Sign up for our next cohort and join the over 500 managers and professionals who have gone through our executive strategy development. The course runs for 10 weekends with in-person and virtual options.
To lead at the highest levels, strategy must be your language. The Institute of Leadership and Strategy is Ghana's premier training destination for professionals preparing for C-suite and senior executive roles. The Certified Strategy Professional Program is a 10-week executive course designed to deepen your strategic expertise across key modules with flexible weekend sessions online and in person. You can locate us at East Legon, Accra, or call 0244 268672. That's 0244 268672 today to register. Institute of Leadership and Strategy, developing managers and corporate executives.